This first video is going to go over the instructions for completing your group project on a trip to Pluto. If you're in periods 1 and 2, you really want to pay attention because I think I cleared up the issues that were unclear. Here is the class copy handouts. I'm going to go through them for this video, and then there'll be 2 other videos, one for each math type. So a trip to Pluto. For your trip to Pluto, you'll be riding a spacecraft that has a mass of 135,000 kilograms. Most of the mass in this rock is in the rocket boosters, which are needed for taking off and escaping Earth's gravitational field. Your task is to travel to Pluto, land on its surface, take samples of the surface ice and rocks, and then return to Earth. That's the background information. I've changed the order of things. So here are the instructions for your poster project. You're going to create a poster. I'm going to read this box first. You're going to create a poster so I can see the handwriting. Each group gets half a piece of poster paper, and that should be you. You can use all the crafty stuff. It's due on my desk on Monday. 90% of your grade is going to come from the parts that you're responsible for, and 10% from the overall group project. Here's the following order for the sections on your poster. You have to have a title first, and then the question, which is in notebook page 66, a data table, which by the time you guys are ready to put together should be also on that page, the math that you are all responsible for collectively, a graph, one member had to make a bar graph, a claim, which is one sentence answering the question, and then evidence. A sentence is discussing 2 data points that support your claim. As the first page. Who writes what? So this is what you're responsible for. I've left a seating chart with the sub. If you're a group of 3, because there's different arrangements, it's not assigned by seat. One student is going to do the coal math, fusion math and questions, another student the natural gas math, fission math and data table, a third student the gasoline math, graph and claim, and then all students are going to work on the evidence. Group of 4, seat 1 coal and fusion math plus the question, seat 2 natural gas math and data table, seat 3 gasoline math and graph, seat 4 fission math and claim, and all work on the evidence. Group of 5, seat 1, see if we can focus that better, seat 1 coal math and question, seat 2 natural gas math and data table, seat 3 gasoline math and graph, seat 4 fission math and claim, and seat 5 is fusion math and evidence. Here is an overview of page 66 and 67. The title, the question I'll show you in a second, the data table, and then the math. All right, here is 66, as zoomed in, 2 zoomed in, here we go. So a trip to Pluto is the title. The question, how does the total mass of wood fossil fuels needed to get to Pluto and back compare to the total mass of nuclear fuels to travel the same distance? Here's the data table. You have fuel type, wood, fossil, or nuclear fuels is second. Third column, mass in grams per molecule. The 4th, energy released per molecule. The 5th, the number of reactants needed for the trip. And the last one is the total mass. So this is the column we need in order to answer that question, because look, they both have total mass, and we have total mass. So you have to get these numbers to answer the question. You're responsible for a notebook check to have the title, question, data table, and then the math that you're responsible for. The examples I'm about to show you in other videos and your assigned math. Alright, to figure out your column 2 and 4, we talked about this already. You're going to read the reaction worksheet handout carefully. So So these are class copies that we looked at, right? On one side was the reading that we did with the 3 big questions, and on this side is the reaction worksheet. This information is going to help you fill in column 2 and column 4. So here you're just going to decide on the fuel types. Hopefully you already know that wood fuel type is wood. And then this one right here is a bit trickier, so I'll show you that. We got to find where they got this 25 EVs. If I take a look here under wood and fossil fuel reactions, down here is wood. Here is a reaction for wood, and at the end of it has plus E, and then there's the 25 EVs. Each one of them has a number. So that's how you're going to find the information for column 2 and 4. You need this information to do the math. Alright, here's math example 1. I'm going to do this math in a video, and this math is going to help you find the information for column 5. I'm going to walk you through this in a separate video. And then here are instructions for column 6 math, or to find the total mass required. If you were in periods 1 or 2, I did not do it this way for you, but it went a lot better this way. Okay. The last thing that needs to be done is you're going to need to create a bar graph using graph paper. You're going to have fuel type on the x-axis, and then here is column 6, the total mass. Now these are going to have exponents, so you're going to have to spend some time really processing and thinking about what the numbers should be on your y-axis. Just to make sure, all of these parts are so that you can make a poster with these particular sections, and it's due on Monday.